So the first thing I do in my hitting routine is down to one knee. So this makes sure that you're balanced and getting your full rotation. So you should be able to swing, stop, and then easily go down to one knee. So I'll show you again. And then you should be able to just go down to one knee to make sure you get your full rotation. So the next thing I do is I warm up my forearm. So I grab out here on the bat, and I'm trying to make sure I drive through. So I'm just gonna swing with this arm. Stop about there. I'll do it one more time. I did this about 10 times to work on my forearm. So after I work on my forearm, I work on my back arm. So I grab about here. Mine's where my back tape starts, but it's not too much farther down from where I had it last time. So I do this about 10 times as well. Just trying to, I swing more through on that one because you're really trying to get the finish here. I'll do it one more time. Drill I do after I warm up is rock the baby. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to grab your hand down here, and this hand is going to go on the top, kind of just like to hold it up. It doesn't really do much, but you get ready in your batting stance, and you're going to rock back and forth 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to come back here, lift your launch leg up, step down, and drive through. This is basically just to get your rhythm down and to get a good launch on it and to give you some momentum. So I'll show you. 2, 3, 4, 5, up. Do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next drill that I do is called the galloping. So basically I just take 2 big steps back from the tee, and it's just a gallop up to it. You're trying to get your momentum into it and your legs into it. It's not like the prettiest to look at your swing, but it is good to get momentum. So that's 1. I'll do another one. 1, 2. So this one is called the drop step, which I actually learned at SVSU softball camp. So you're going to start about where you normally would with the tee. You always want to start kind of behind it so you can stride into the ball. So you're starting here, and you take your front foot, take it back here. So you can kind of incorporate this into your normal swing too. And so you start back here, and you're stepping into it and swinging. So basically you're trying to get power from your hips to drive into the ball. This is what this one's really good for. I'll show you again. So there actually are a lot of things that you can do with how to bat in the ball. One of the first things that my batting coaches ever taught me was that you need to feel the whip before you can actually put it into your swing. So he used to have something, it was like a dog toy. You picked up a ball and you would throw it and you'd be able to feel the whip. But I don't have a dog, and I've never had a dog. So this is my replacement. It's a little bendy so you can feel the whip. So basically you just stand here and swing. I don't need that, and swing. And if you listen closely, you can hear the sound. And you should be able to hear the sound and feel the whip because it's giving loose. So then you can try it with your normal swing, which may be a little harder because of your grip, but you can still hear the whip, and that's the feeling and the sound you want to hear when you're swinging. So something else you can do without a batting setup is that you can grab your bat, put it towards your knee, and put it on your shoulder so it's lined up here. So next you're going to do is step, and you're trying to face the pitcher, trying to get your hips turned, and your belt buckle, even though you're not wearing a belt, has to face the pitcher. So that's the whole goal of this one. You can do it in a mirror, looking at yourself to make sure you can see that you're turning all the way. So the last thing I like to do is rep out my swing. So when I rep out my swing, I like to take time and think about what I'm trying to work on. So one of my biggest issues is that I bar my arms. So barring arms is basically when your arms are like this. You might have that problem too, but there's a lot of different problems that people can have, but these are just the ones that I have. So I bar my arms back here, which makes it just a lot of arms when I should be loose here in a shallow V, this off my side like this, and then just being loose and going to the ball. So another thing that you want to make sure you're doing is that you have good grip. So everyone grips the bat a little bit differently, but this is a good way to check if you're doing good grip. Also, you can check if you have good grip if you swing and here, and you should be able to let go and hold it like this in between your two hands without it falling or without gripping it too hard. So once you identify those, you can just rip out your swing. So, I have my ball. At first you'll start out more just swinging for what you're thinking about, and then you start swinging more for power. Give you one more. Staying balanced too.